I still remember that night. What can one say? My misfortune, perhaps.
Gentlemen, you have seen how, for no fault of his own, a man got extensive burn injuries and became deformed. I can tell you that 80% of the damages that are caused in a warfare are due to incendiary attack from aerial bombing.
In such circumstances, how should the ordinary citizen react? Not panic, but break the nearest fire alarm and, equally important, telephone the fire brigade or Russian messenger.
फार्लाम नंबर 116 डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब अम्बेडकर रोड चिरपोकली रोड मोटर पंप नंबर 1 मोटर पंप नंबर 4 जाना दो.
Even the fastest of motors takes time to reach the scene. Meanwhile, those who are lucky can do a great service by rendering first aid. First of all, keep the head low and place it on one side. This helps to circulate the blood. Bandage the burn with sterilized dressing. Please do not open blisters, but do make sure that they are not exposed to air, for that makes the burns more painful. Give the injured plenty of fluids to drink, but never, never alcohol. Cover the injured with a blanket. Perhaps you have done even better and sent for a doctor, in which case, of course, he is the person most suited to take over.
the preventive measures against such type of devastations?
It is a very good question indeed. But before I discuss this subject, I would like to acquaint you with what is fire.
A fire is a chemical reaction between a combustible substance, that is a fuel, and oxygen in the presence of sufficient quantity of heat. If these three substances are not present, you can have no fire. Let's demonstrate it for you in detail. A tiny fire can be extinguished by just a bucket of water. A sandbag too would do as well. As we said earlier, fire and air go together. So prevent the air reaching the fire with the help of inert gas, what the firefighter calls smothering. Close all doors and windows and the air content will be automatically reduced. Then there is the third element, fuel. In this case, you starve the fire by removing the solid combustible or by cutting off gaseous or liquid fuel supply. Always keep cooking oil and fuel in a safe place. Remove all combustible material like old clothes, paper and rubbish. You should always keep minor firefighting equipment at home. Keep your escape routes open by leaving all passages unobstructed. And you would do even better if you remove all inflammable material from the roof. With all that, there may still be danger spots. If so, use the fire extinguisher rightly, for example, as demonstrated here. It's easier to do so, but a great mistake. For heaven's sake, do not dump the extinguisher on the fire. Where there is smoke, there surely is fire, and smoke suffocates or causes fatigue. Even a small fire can generate a lot of smoke. Again, presence of mind is the answer. Dampen a cloth and wrap it around the mouth and the nose. This acts as a filter and cools the air. Perhaps it would still be difficult to breathe. If so, get down on the floor and crawl along the wall towards the exit. Here the air, as a rule, is cooler and cleaner. If you spot somebody else unconscious, drag him to a safer spot. It is advisable, while escaping down a burning staircase, to keep as close to the wall as possible. Perhaps you are trapped on the first floor because the staircase is really dangerous. In such an event, cushion your fall with a mattress. Climb down as far as possible before you take the jump. But you must ensure a landing on the toes to lessen the impact. What if you are on a higher floor and a jump to safety would only cause injury? The ideal getaway is to get hold of curtains, bed sheets and towels and tie them together into a rope. Also make sure that the makeshift rope is long enough and is tied to a big object such as a bed. And then lower yourself to safety. If you spot a child, do not, out of mistaken kindness, rush about with him in arms. Use your quick wit and make a handy cradle to lower him to safety. A fire, as we all know, is as unexpected as it is unwelcome. It is to meet such unforeseen happenings that there are firefighting forces in every major city and town in India. Call on them. They are always at your service.